Welcome back. We are now ready to animate our table exercise scene. Make sure you have reopened the file we previously saved. First of all, confirm that the frame slider is currently sitting at 0/100. If not, move it to that point. Now, on the right hand side, click on Auto Key. And you will notice that the slider frame turns red and we have a red edge around the camera view. Next, drag the frame slider to 100. And remember, any changes we make will be animated. So at this stage we haven't made any changes, but let's look at the top view. Right click. Let's move the camera around to the right, and as you do so, just look what happens in the camera viewport. Let's pull the camera out a little bit. There we go. Now, if we right click again in the camera view to make it the active view with the red border around it again, let's press play and see what happens. So we get a nice smooth animation around the table. Now you can play with this. Let's move the frame slider back to about 50. And perhaps we could raise the camera slightly. So let's click on the camera in the left view. And let's move it up. And you'll see it moving in the camera view. And because we have all this on auto key down here, it automatically creates a new key there for the movement we made. Let's press play again. Let's right click in the camera view again to make it the active view. Now press the play button and let's see what happens. As you can see, the camera is moving now around 3 key frames, the one at 0, the one at 50 and the one at 100. To output the animation as a movie, click on Rendering, then Render Setup. And this time we will set the active time segment tab here, as we're going to render out frames 0 to 100. Let's reduce the width and height to 320 and 240. And this is merely to ensure that the renders don't take too long. Next, we need to scroll down till we get to Render Output. We now need to click on Files. And let's pick a name. We can call it Test of Table. We'll save that as an AVI. Click Save. Pick your encoding. In this case, we will stick with the standard TV video encoder, but you can choose anyone. Be aware not all will work and some will produce better output than others. Click OK. Now click on Render. Now let's play the video we created. So if I close this window down just now, double click Table Objects, I will now be able to look at Rendered Output, and Test of Table is the one we have just created. Let's see how that looks. Oh, not too bad. Can now see how easy it is to move a camera and render a scene. Just close that down. So, well done, you've now created your first scene and your first animation. There are many other examples available either on the university's website, through the help function, and of course generally on Google if you do an appropriate search. So good luck.